Okay, well this is the silver 4-hour chart. I've only just loaded it up. I've not had a chance to look at this before now, so this is all first time reactions, I suppose. And we can see we've got this nice channel coming out of the huge move up. For what it's worth, I caught some of this and I 5 times my account, and naturally on the pullback, this tiny pullback, about a quarter, 23 to 24% pullback, I've obliterated that, and I've got about half of my gains left. So yeah, so I'm really hoping this is a breakout here. Again, just the over enthusiasm, because I thought, well, basically everything after this down candle, I was like, I've got to buy, and I've got to buy huge. It's gonna, any second now, we've been waiting years for this fucking rocket move in silver. If I wait a single solitary second, then, all the other times we thought this was going to happen was fake and bullshit, obviously, but now this is the real deal. It's going straight to 30, it's going straight to 35, it's going straight to 40. Oh my god, it's really happening. It's happening! Except it wasn't happening. I was far too excited, and yeah, I paid for that, but I'm still up. Well, I've still doubled. I'm still on double what I had. Double plus, triple, closer to triple. So yeah, anyway, if we look at this on the weekly, you can see it's just a little pause. We've not backtested all the way to this line. In the next week, the full backtest would be down to 24.10, between 24 and 24.15, let's say. Would count, I suppose, as a backtest, or maybe this is just a little flagging action, and we're going to continue up to 27.30, 27.40. There's the daily. See that RSI has come down back to the 57 level, lowest it's been since March the 16th. The momentum of price volume trend, or the RSI on the price volume trend, is back to levels last seen in the 9th of March, and we are now entering May, so has it burned off enough? It's not quite retested the closing highs here. It's not retested, like I said, 24 to 24.15 on this big weekly blue trend line. But does that matter? Is this sufficient? Could we at least revisit? Could this be a sort of a 1, 2, 3, 4? Then we get a 5 that takes us up to, I don't know, 26.80, something like that. I'm not a wavist. I don't wave. But in any case, just outside the channel, so either it's going to make us all very unhappy by rolling over, and it'll turn out that actually what is important is just, the horizontal levels here. We're still basically in the middle area of the zone, and we shouldn't be getting too excited. Or it'll go up nicely, break out the channel. That's what we'd all like. It'd be very exciting. Well, there's a mixed picture in terms of the news story, the news media story. They're waffling on about the dollar dying again, which almost certainly means that the dollar isn't dying. It's probably going to be stronger than ever. It will resurrect. Usually the media is horribly wrong by the time they catch on to things. And then we've got the 15-minute here. Lovely backtest, right before the close. We look at what the dollar's doing. If we look at correlated assets, what's the dollar doing? Let's go back out to the daily. You can see price was compressing under these wicks. We bust back up and we sold back down, but we didn't close in the red. We closed blue or green, or the colour of your choice. The only thing that really looks bad still on the dollar is the longer term time frames, where this is our neckline here. This is our head, our left shoulder, our right shoulder. We've come down to the neckline, we've taken this wick, we've bounced, and now we need to come down, all the way back down to sort of 96, 97 type of levels. But that may not happen. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the, we've tapped the neckline and it's going to hold, and we'll go back up. All worth keeping our eye on. The monthly, mercifully, under this thick red line here. Oh, let's thicken this up even more so my stupid brain understands it is significant. Underneath there, I would still be sell biased. If we show that up on the daily, there it is. I'm kind of tempted to delete everything on the daily. Oh, that didn't do much, did it? What's that? Weekly? Delete that. Yeah, so well, we shall see. Bonds, good day for bonds, good week for bonds. Silver obviously had this epic fucking run up just off this action in bonds. It's just this action here, wiggling up from the lows. It's it's moved up from 92 to 10 to 100, and that was enough to send silver to the moon. And we've come back down, we've back tested this area here, this key pivot, that key fib on the weekly. We've bounced up, we've got a nice bit of bouncing action here, there it is. This was the gap. And then whoop, whoop, up it goes. Very gappy, I can't imagine trading this. Or anything for that matter that gaps. This is a good thing with trading continuous Globex open assets. But there's no bad luck here for bonds. This could be a 1, 2 and then 3 down, but of course price can do what it wants. But what I'm saying is visually, just from looking at it, we keep tapping on the resistance level. We're putting in slowly but surely higher lows. Head, left shoulder, right shoulder, sort of like a rounded neckline. I can see us breaking or maybe coming down for another tap. Maybe just below here. But it looks good. And if this is good to go up, that's good for silver. So let's go and look at our silver related chart. So gold miners against gold. We are under the 14, that's on a sell. That's presaged, or it's paralleled the weaker price action in gold, but it's weakening but staying high. Weakening but staying high. Not weakening and collapsing, weakening and staying high. So and we'll see. So real rates against inflation, or inflation against real rates. We want to see this going up. That means real rates are falling. It's neither here nor there. But again, silver's had this massive move just from this. So don't know what the correlation is up to here, but technically we're above the 14. So technically we're in sell mode on metals. Technically we're in buy mode on metals. Silver against stocks, technically, well, we're under the 14. We're flagging out, we're under the MSC, so technically we're in sell mode. Against gold, silver outperforms during metal bull runs. Also, so they say, that's what the experts say. I mean, we're above, so that's a buy mode. That's 2 buy, 2 sell mode. But the yen fell quite strongly against the dollar here. We're under the 14, that is sell mode. Right, so overall, we should be selling silver still. What am I doing? Oh, that's right, I'm buying it. Look at stocks. Stocks on the daily. Strong finish. We came right into this VWAP here, which is the VWAP from the previous all-time highs back in 13 months ago, January of 2022. That's the VWAP there. Nicked it exactly. Big reset on the indicators, didn't quite come down to the green bull zone here, but still a big reset, and then a huge 100 points, 130 points move in 2 days. So, nice if you caught that. Weekly. Well, it looks like it's breaking out, doesn't it? I'd say as long as we stay above 4100 and then the VWAP here at 4046, presumptive buy mode for stocks. There's the 6 hour. So let's look at stocks. So NIAD, you can see that we are over the 14. So that's buy. MACD is above the 0 line but negatively crossed. That's good enough, buy. Rinia charging upwards, a bounce in an area where it bounces in bull markets, bounce at 25, which is where we bounce when trend is up, and then reversal, so presumptively buy. NEHL, we're still under the 0 line, and every time we've bumped above it, it's sold off, but This is not an aggressive sell-off the last time we did that. We managed to stay over a little bit here during the decline and then fell. We managed to stay over a little bit here during the decline and fell. We stayed over more, a little bit more, a little bit more, but then we fell, but then we put in the positive reversal. But this is still not in bull territory. So tentatively buy, sell, potential sensitive stocks over the 50, bouncing in the kind of area that is perfectly acceptable for bull market. So let's say buy. So kind of a mixed picture, but buy. So silver metals are mixed / sell. Stocks are buy. Let's look at crude. Here we are on the 6 hour. Let's go out to the weekly. So the question really for crude is this head, left shoulder, right shoulder coming into play, and we're sort of going to cap it in that sort of rolling over motion here, or with this recovery above this big thick black line here at 75.40, 75.30, is that going to lead us into thinking there's going to be now a breakout and a move back up to at least, I don't know, 90.92 on the weekly? I think it's all about holding this level here. I think it's all about holding that 75.60, 75.40, 75.50 area here. We're on the underside of some resistance here on the monthly. Delete everything on the daily. So above this I want to say buy, but below this I kind of want to stay sell. That's an important monthly line. These are the conundrums of trading. Yeah, we're at channel top, we're at horizontal resistance, so this is not the best time to be buying. If we're going to pull back into this area here on lower time frames, watch the action. You could look for buy setups. You may want to sell. Mixed in terms of the position of price, its immediate position relative to sort of the levels where you construct your if-then statements. On here, we're on sell. We're under the 14. Crude against dollar CAD. Crude against ExxonMobil, so the asset against the stock. We are underneath. We're on sell. And crude against stocks, we are under the 14, we are on sell, but this could be a 1-2. You see the posturing, one could be 1-2. No divergence though. 1-2, 1-2 possibly, but we're still technically on sell. And of course the dollar here, looking strong against yen, so maybe that's something that's got to be overcome. But we have clearly defined levels where we can say over under, buy sell. We can define that. Wheat. I remember thinking it was looking very bullish the other week or two ago. It was where were we? Here. Yeah, here. So I thought it was looking very bullish. We managed it on the Monday. We went up, and the Tuesday. So the Monday and the Tuesday did go up, but then it just tanked. We're down to the 638. That's a 78.6 retracement on the weekly from the run-up that began in 2019-20 to the pivot highs 2022. It's still on sale until we get above this key monthly diagonal and the fib 70, so that's like 696, something like that, 696, 698. It looks like it's a sell. On the daily, whoops, it's supposed to be the daily, not the 2 daily. We're at a channel low. I mean, there's a short-term case for a buy. We're at a channel low. There was positive divergence coming in, but maybe you'd get in light. It's only a short-term signal. If you were going to be going long, every medium-term signal starts with a short-term signal. Every long-term signal starts with a short-term signal, but it is only short-term at the moment. Agriculturals. Now this I said was more bullish, and it has been going up for the last few weeks. High yield, big bounce on the trend line here. That's a big weekly trend line or segment line or something or other I've drawn. You can tell I'm a pro. Oh, look at that. So yeah, you'd be playing the bounce off the trend line, the reset on momentum. Uranium. Now this is interesting because we fell through this trend line here, but then we've been consolidating underneath it. Weeks of chopping around underneath it, not wanting to fall away from it, but sticking, hugging closer to it. So either we're going to roll over and plummet back down to, you know, God knows where, 1500, 1600, or we're actually, this is important accumulation, we're going to break up and out and we'll very quickly make it to above 2400. Something like that, or at the very least this confluence resistance here at 2154, 2200 of the horizontal and the diagonal resistance in the more immediate term, if it can do that, if it can turn. Natural gas, again, it's so low you could sell your house. You know, where would you put your stop? You could put it at 0. How big's your wallet? How big's your account? If it breaks back above 2505, 2495 again, that'd be a pretty strong long signal. Then maybe we'd retest the underside resistance here at 3700, something like that. It may just churn and meander around and carve out a bottom over multi-months or even multi-years, which would be agonising for all involved, but it could do that. Semiconductors, like you saw in high yield, important backtest, big reversal on momentum, big positive reversal, so this is good for stocks. Yeah, we'll leave it there, mixed picture.